So how? Yes, Abhiraj. How can I help you? You're from Janakdham, Nepal, right? Yeah, I think we had a word earlier also. Geeta Kamboj. Yes, Geeta.
Hanji, yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. So what are your questions? What are your queries, ma'am?
Sir, actually, as it is about Vedic mathematics, so we would just want to know that what are the main concepts which we can just try in our class. What I feel ki sometimes I feel whatever I know a little bit about Vedic mathematics that we have to memorize many things. So what if we are not able to memorize so many things to apply for?
So how did you come to this conclusion that you have to memorize so many things?
Actually, I have just read small means at some places I have read about that there are some sutras to there which we have to apply for
Correct.
multiplication. So
Now,
that is sometimes because
okay, I'll tell you one thing. I'll give you. So where do you work? What do you do exactly?
actually I'm a mathematics teacher only
Okay.
in
Now, a very
DPS.
simple question to you.
Mhm.
How much time you need to write a table of 89? A very
How
simple.
many? Pardon, sir?
How much time you
Yes.
need to write a table of 89?
Yeah, it will take a lot of time, obviously.
You're a math teacher.
To we will 89 we can't memorize, we have to multiply and then we are going to write.
Problem, ma'am. This is the
Yeah.
problem. See,
Okay.
if you are saying you cannot memorize, why do you ask the students the same tables every time? Why do we teachers punish them? Why do we create a fear of mathematics in their minds?
Definitely.
The subject mathematics, it has been treated as a fear, a havoc, a stress, and this has been induced in their minds. Is
Yes.
math really tough? I'll give you a very small example. There are 40 students in one class, one section, you can say. Out of those 40, 30 are going for offline evening tuitions, maybe with the same teacher who is teaching in the classroom or with the other one. Again, out of that 30 teachers, 30 students, 10 are failing every time. So what does that mean? Does it mean teacher is not teaching? One thing. Second, maths is really tough, which we cannot understand. What do you think? Yes, Maninda, you're from DPS Dehradun. How can I help you? Any questions you have?
Good evening, sir. I'm just listening. Just join. I'm listening the conversation.
Okay, you can listen and then you can also ask. Yes, Sushil Kumar, Mind Makers. Sushil, you're from? Sushil Kumar, you're from? Yes, Geeta Compose. See,
हाँ जी सर.
मैं आपसे सिंपल क्वेश्चन, चलो लेट्स डू प्रैक्टिकल.
ओके सर.
हमने 89 बहुत बड़ी बात है. मैं एक सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन पूछता हूं. एक एवरेज स्टूडेंट को कहां तक के टेबल्स इजीली आते हैं? An average student, how many, up till which number?
I have seen, I have just seen that they remember maximum 12. Yes.
12. Yes, 12.
So problem is with
or maybe 15.
15. Yeah.
Let's talk from the basics. The problem is with the 13, correct?
Yeah.
Now, as per your teaching style, what do you teach? One is cramming. 13 ones are 13.
Yes, definitely.
13 twos are 26. 13 threes are 39, and thereafter to go. Everybody, because it is not the only 13. The day they'll remember 13, you'll ask 19. The day cram 19, you'll ask 23. Now, do you know from where the word cramming was evolved? See, every teacher, let it be a language teacher, let it be a science teacher, let it be a social science teacher, they always say, understand the concept, learn it, and remember. Correct?
Yes.
I hope you all agree to this.
Yes.
But what does it happens when maths period comes? And specifically when it is a time for multiplication, tables, because tables are the most important vital factor. Without that, calculations cannot be done. Now, there is no way to understand and learn every table. It's really difficult. So what happened? Teacher says, okay, cram it. Ratta marlo. You see, I'm very harsh in this. Just remember your days when you used to study. At that time, you used to get caning on this thing. Remember those days, we used to get physical punishments also for tables. And now see what was missing. So this way you cram it. And if somebody is not able to cram, what do? The second concept is you tell them, since multiplication is repetitive addition, so let's keep on adding. 13 plus 13, 26. 26 plus 13, 39. And 39 plus 13. This way, correct? These are the two options.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any third option in your books?
We have only these two.
Now today I'll give you such easy option that you'll say, how is it possible, or why we were not told this before? From past 50, 40 years, now everybody knows table of 1.
G. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
लो खत्म हो गई टेंशन उस बच्चे की. 1 का टेबल किसको नहीं आता? 1 who says I don't know, then God can save him. 3 table. 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, and 30. Finish. Then in school you teach one concept that is known as place value.
Okay.
You teach in class 1, 2. How many digits can a unit place hold? How many digits?
Only 1.
Perfect. And what about tens position? How many digits at tens?
Again 1. Each place takes 1.
But here we are always confused. If you ask a child, he'll say 2. In actual, there are total number of 2 digits at tens position, not the tens position is holding 2 digits. Similarly, 100, 1. Every place value will have 1 digit. If you understand this concept, half of Vedic maths is done. I'm giving a very clear picture. Half of Vedic maths is done. Now understand, unit position, tens position. Just rearrange 13 as it is, 26 as it is, 39 as it is. Neither we added, neither we multiplied, neither we did any calculation. We just rearranged the numbers and the answers were correct. Now comes your fourth. I told unit position can have only 1 digit, so only 2 can be written. What happens to this one?
Added.
It is
4 plus
carried
1.
over.
Added.
4 plus 1.
1, 5. There are only 5. This
6,
carries
5 plus
over.
1.
6, 8, 7, 1,
7.
9, 4, 10, 11, 11, 0, 1, 3.
So is it possible to do it for other tables also?
You talk about any number of 2 digit, 3 digit, 4 digit, 5 digit, 10 digit. We'll do everything. See, Vedic maths is not a trick. Very important. You need to understand why it is not widely being used, or why it was not widely being used, because of lack of knowledge. See, who gave us Vedic mathematics? Yes, it originated. It is believed to be originated from our Vedas. But who revived this structure? Swami Bharti Krishna Tiraji, and his complete text is not available to us. So what we are doing, everybody is going their own way. So if you see, I am the most viewed writer in the world today. From past 1.5 years, I have maintained that position in Quora, being the most viewed writer for Vedic mathematics. And my books were also nationally awarded in 2021. Let me, now, any number you talk about, we'll see. So it's not particularly 13. Why we started? Because you said 13, look, 87. So what? 16, 14, 24, 21, 32, 28, and so on. So what will happen? 87 as it is, 4 as it is, 1 goes here, so 17, 1 goes remains here, 26, 8 remains here, 34. Are we to, is it really rocket science? And you give me, you all are reputed school teachers. You tell me even a single book of any publisher which gives you this concept. Not even Indian. You talk about any international book, any country you know. And this is what is happening. So that is the reason. Yes, Sushil, I have allowed you.
Good evening, sir. Actually, the mic and video of the previous device was not working.
No
so I
problem.
joined from another device.
Yes, Sushil, you are from?
DPS Dehradun only.
Okay, great. So Maninder Kaur ma'am and you are from DPS. So you also taking mathematics?
Yes, sir, exactly.
Okay, give me the answer then. Why do kids have, or why do children have fear of mathematics?
Sir, that you told us the trick to write the tables, concept of Vedic math to write the tables. That is wonderful.
It's
So
not
if
Vedic
you-
maths. See, what is Vedic in this? You already taught place value to the students, correct? You have taught.
Exactly.
Why didn't we ever thought like this? See, I'll tell you one thing. I'm not blaming you or any personal, this is not a personal comment or nothing like that. We all, now the answer, because I have been giving sessions in number of schools, institutions, colleges, universities even. What response I get is, sir, this was taught to us, so we passed it on. Correct? And yes, this was only taught to you. My point is, did our parents taught us to eat pasta and all these new things, pizzas? We were taught roti, parantha, but what has happened? As the time changed, we changed. Similar is our culture, similar is our dressing. So why not education? Why do we limit our education or knowledge till we get admission to some institution, or we get a job, or we start with a business? Do we think, or do we try to learn something new after that? Now this fact, you will believe on me that yes, students fail in mathematics. So how do we take it?
Sir, definitely these tricks and these magic concept will create interest of student in maths. For example, when I am teaching divisibility rule of 3 to the students,
Correct.
so we are actually saying find the sum of the digits.
Correct.
Again, if the number is 69725421, this is the number.
Okay.
So if the student is finding sum of digits, it will also take a time.
Correct.
It will also take a time.
No.
So
now here also I'll give you some small concept.
Yes,
Sorry to interrupt.
I also explained. So
No.
I am telling the scenario of the classroom. The student was saying, sir, this is Tufani trick. This is magic, sir.
No.
What do you have to do?
I'll tell you what happened.
Let me finish, sir.
Yes.
So we will not find the sum of the digits. We will just cut the multiple of 3. 6 is the multiple of 3, cut that. 9 is multiple of 3, cut that. 7 plus 2 become 9, cut them. 5 plus 4 become 9, cut them. 2 plus 1, 3, cut them. All digits are cancelled. Number is divisible by 3. So students become very happy. So sometimes their reaction tell us that the maths is interesting and we can do.
Okay. You just now you said cut 9, cut 7 and 2, cut 5 and 4, and like this. Correct?
Okay.
Do you know what is this concept called as?
No.
This is the problem. Now, when we talk about Vedic mathematics, I always say teach Vedic mathematics from age of 8 years. That means class 3rd onwards.
Third onward.
So what to teach to class 1 and 2? Only one concept. You know what is that? Okay, give me an answer. When your students are going for examination, why do you say attempt those questions first, which you know by heart, and tough questions or which you don't know or which you have to try later on. What is the logic behind that?
As per my opinion, to save the time.
Okay.
Or they will get
They
confident.
get confident.
They
Yes.
They feel confident when they do the questions
That
they
is
know.
correct. See, what is required? There are two things which you require in your life. One is being confident, and second is to feel motivated. Now, if you go for a wrong way, sometimes what happens? Your day starts with something wrong. What happens? The whole day goes wrong. It's not the whole day is like that, but it is your feeling. The same reason is when you say, please attempt those questions first, because you don't want them to get demotivated. Correct. Now, so, but this can happen. So what is the way that they don't lose that motivation, or they remain confident? How can we help them, the students, in that? Do we have any option for that? I'm talking about very basic class 1, class 2, where they have only addition, subtraction. That's all. Still simple things for us, but still, how many are able to get 100%? Not even few. So where is the problem? The problem is, now this concept is called as digit sum, known as sum of digits. It is also called as digital root. It is also called as Navashesh. Navashesh means ignore 9. So I'll give you the reason. It was not multiple of 3 and 6. It was, you could have ignored 9. And if sum comes out to be 3, 6 or 9, the digit sum comes out to be 3, 6 and 9, then it is divisible by 3. If the sum comes out to be only 9, then it is divisible by 9. Correct. So, and the fourth name is Bijank. Bij-ank. So a Hindi word, Bijank. Now these 4 names, a very simple concept, but it is base of your numerology. And as you said, Sushil, yes, divisibility of 3, divisibility of 9 can be found through this concept. But this is very small thing we are discussing. Do you know what is the major use of this? I'll show you today. The major use is MCQs. Now, when you go for entrance examinations, scholarship examinations, or competitive examinations, why do you give 4 options for a question? What are you testing actually? Or what the examiner is actually testing? Is he expecting the student to solve the question?
Speed.
So that's what I'm coming to that. I'll show you with proof. I'll give you the question and I'll show you the answer. Now, what is the expectation speed, correct? Have we taught the speed in school? How to? Now, this is my question. This is for a basic 3rd, 4th standard. 352 into 867. And 4 answers are given. 302, 514, 305, 184, 305, 284, and the 4th, 315, 284. Now this question, every student of class 3rd, 4th can solve. There would be nobody who is not able to solve this multiplication, everybody. But if they are going to solve this, that means they'll take 3 minutes. And how many minutes do we have? We only have 1 minute to solve one question, because generally, 100 questions in 120 minutes. So what is the solution? Now I'll tell you the solution. The concept is called as digit sum. I'll take it very simple example first. Let's say 345 plus 789. This is a question of addition, correct? What is the answer? 4, 3, and 11, correct? Is it correct? Now, if you ask a student to verify it, how many of them are able to verify? Because for them, verification means again in the rough work, they'll start doing this again. So what is verification? Nothing. Now see the verification. I told you digit sum. Digit sum is sum of digits. So for all single digit numbers, right from 1 to 9, the digit sum is also 1 to 9. For two digit number starting from 10, so digit sum as per definition, 1 plus 0, again 1. 11, 1 plus 1, again 2. 18, 1 plus 8, 9. So the definition of digit sum is, it is a single digit number between 1 to 9. And so when it is 19, 29, 39, or let's say 199, now we have a habit of adding 1 plus 9, 10. And then we say 1 plus 0, 1. But instead of that, if we just ignore 9, then also it is 1. Because 9, when you add, it will not make any difference. This is a, you can say, a feature of 9. So Namashesh, that is why it is called as. So even if you ignore these 9s, here also 1 plus 9 plus 9, that is 18 plus 1, 19. 19 will again give you 1 only digit sum. Now, what is the use of this digit sum? So as per definition, it should be numbers, the sum of the numbers, sum of the digits, and it should be always between 1 to 9. Second important thing, if in calculation anytime digit sum comes to be 0 or negative, now you'll say, how can sum be 0? Or how can sum be negative? This is a very big question, but I'll show you. If in calculation it comes to be 0 or negative, add 9. That's all. I'll prove you everything. But very first thing, is this clear? What is digit sum? Yes, Sarika, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
What is digit sum? That is clear. Sum of digits of
Yes,
a
sir.
number.
Yes,
Correct.
sir.
Yes.
Now, where do we
Yes, sir.
use it? See, if the child is in class 1 and 2, simply just this one concept. Don't teach
Yes, sir.
Vedic math, don't teach any extra thing. Because at that time, only you need to build the confidence of the child. See, why do we teachers also send our kids to school? So that they have the confidence. They have the ability to think, and both these things are lacking. Correct.
Yes, sir.
Now see, so I was explaining you 345 plus 789. Yes. So 1134. Now how to check? Simple. Add digit sum. So 5 and 4 will be 9. Ignore it. 3 is digit sum of this. 7, 8, 9. So 15 means 6. Now this is operation is addition. So here also I'll add my digit sum is 9. In answer,
So will it be applicable for all the 4-digit numbers or 5-digit numbers? So the first one will be the answer.
very first thing, Vedic maths is not a trick, it is a concept. If whatever I'll be telling you, it would be applicable on addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, square root, cube roots, any type of calculations.
Yes, sir.
Correct. I'll show you. I'll give you all examples. We have 25 minutes more. So this is 9. Now if you check, answer is also 9. So what do we do? If digit sum of a quotient part is 9 and answer part is 9, that means this is correct. Otherwise, you tell me what verification tool students were having. How were they verifying their answers?
Not in any way.
Is this now again? See whatever I told concept of table, that was not tough thing. This is not a tough thing, but it is missing. Again, I'll give one more example here. Then we'll go for MCQs. Again, 350. Oh, yes, any number 6, 8, 7, 9, 6, 4. Again, if you check, this goes. You can add also, and if that works fast, you can do that way. So 14, 21, 21 and 10, 31. That means it should be 4. Correct. Here, I cannot ignore because I'll be slow there. No issues. So 7, 14, 14 and 14, 28, 28 and 36. So 36 means 9. Again, if you are adding this, so ultimately it should be 4. Here also, let's see. So 5 and 8, 13, 13 and 6, 19. Correct? 21, 22. So 22 means 4. See. Now, so why I gave you the example of motivation and confidence, the reason was you might, whenever you are, as an examiner, you are standing beside the student, you think that he's making silly mistakes. And you press the shoulder and say, okay, please check it. But it is a human nature. You cannot find out your errors. I cannot find out my errors. This is a human nature because we'll overlook our errors. So there should be something third body. When we say there should be somebody third, here also a verification tool was required. Again, let's say subtraction. 3, 2, 4, 2, 2, 6, minus sign. So what is the answer? 8, 98. But again, student finds it difficult. So no issues. 9, 3, 2, 5 and 4, 9. Here, 10, 10 means 1. So 9 minus 1 is 8. Here I am subtracting because operation is subtraction. And here also, if you check, it is 8. Now is it clear, Geeta?
Yes, sir. It is clear, sir.
See, first thing, till the confidence. Once even maths fear is removed, because maths is the most easiest subject. And see, it is our fault. We as a teacher should have narrated that this is the most easiest subject because it has unique answer. It's not that I have a different answer, Sarika has a different answer, Geeta has a different answer. It cannot be there. So the answer is always unique. So that means it is easy. The way of narration. We enter a class and we say, oh, yes, everybody be alert. We are going to do very tough topic today. So be alert. Now, the moment you said very tough and be alert, who will be alert? Nobody. So that stress would be there in their minds. And the way you say, oh, we'll be enjoying this topic very easy. But in case you find any problem, you can ask. Yes, Sushil, you have any question? You raised hand, Sushil.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
please. My question is that, sir, actually, sir, you are saying we teachers are wrong sometimes. But I will say exactly, sometimes that is not our problem. Sir, if we want to implement this thing in the regular school functioning, then why we are not implementing these types of book in the schools? Why we are implementing?
Are you see, very first thing, Sushil, I told everything. I'm not going for a personal things.
Sir,
it is now.
Let me finish. I have seen so many books. मैंने ऐसे बच्चों को पढ़ाया भी है earlier. There is Vedic maths was there. मैंने भी बहुत कुछ learn किया उससे. But why those books are not implemented in these regular school working in any of the school in DPS or any of the other private school?
I have also the same question.
Sir, sir, listen. First, if book is implemented Oxford or any other, suppose this time we have perfect math. Then if we are teaching,
आपका क्वेश्चन हो गया, आप मुझे आंसर करने दो, उसके बाद बताना कि ये सॉल्व हुआ कि नहीं. Maninder, same to you. Who told you that it is not being implemented? If you go for the policy NEP 2020, it is clearly mentioned Vedic maths would be implemented, but this is India. It takes time. But that does not mean, if you want, I can give you an example of a teacher in South Africa, Nigeria. There they don't need Vedic maths. It is not compulsory there. I have taken 70 plus sessions in Nepal. There it is not compulsory. Willingness. See, if you are giving one important thing, you just now you only told कि जब मैं ये कराता हूं तो they feel magic and they are happy. You know what that happiness is for you, or the moment you bring happiness to those kids, what respect you gain. See, it's not about curriculum. Now let me clarify each and every point. This topic, Vedic maths, was given to us in 1965, but he was a Shankaracharya, a Hindu guru. I think you understood the word now. And when was education policy? When did it came? One was 1989, one was 69. In 89, our focus was from international only. So we were not interested in implementing anything which belongs to Indian culture. But now time has changed. Even our Honorable Prime Minister, he has mentioned this in 3 Man Ki Baat. And you are saying about implementation as per National Education Policy 2020, it has been made very clear. It is being implemented in so many schools of Bangalore, so many schools of other parts of the country. It is already being used. If you check my Facebook page, there is a letter from Government of Haryana in 21st March 21 that I was supposed to train all the teachers. So I'm training 10,000 plus teachers. Your area, now Dehradun is separate. Otherwise, earlier it was a part of UP. 10 days back, there was a conference, there was a workshop in Chaudhry Charan Singh University on advancement in Vedic mathematics. And that was not for the first time. Since 2018, they have started this course, Vedic mathematics. 20 universities in India are doing the same. Correct? And now, 27th of March, UGC has drafted a resolution that Vedic schools would be implemented. But I'm again adding but. See, you cannot complain every time. Now, it is not, you know, I'll give you a basic difference today. Earlier, education was confined to 4 walls of the room. Whatever a teacher was teaching, that was absolute. No questions were asked. Yes, Maninder ma'am, am I wrong? So if at the time of PTM, if a teacher was complaining to the parent that your child is not attentive in the class, he was scolded or thrashed at the same moment, because parents used to consider teacher as the god, as whatever the words are said, they are final. Correct. But after this corona, you know what change has brought? After corona, everybody is comparing your knowledge. Everybody is comparing your content, your delivery. And now the major problem which principals or the teachers are facing is, if you complain regarding the student to the parent, they are saying, we have also checked your videos, how you talk or how you present or how you deliver. So the problem is, it's not only for yes, we'll get something, or if it is implemented, then only we'll be providing. It is for your personal also. If you're giving something extra to the student, what you are gaining? You're gaining that respect. It might be your institution, your college, your school might not be given increasing your salary also, but the love, the faith you'll be receiving from your kids, from those kids and their parents, that is, you cannot value that. Correct. So, but for your answer, very clear, it is being implemented in Rajasthan. If you see RBSC board books, it was there when BJP government was there. Right from class 3rd to class 9th, books had 18% marks for Vedic maths. But now it is being implemented on the national level as per National Education Policy. So you can have a study on that. And UGC now has said, yes, we'll be opening Vedic schools. So it is also being done. And every day, 1 or 2 conferences are being held in our country. Right. So this was, I think I cleared all your doubts. So still, if you have any question, you can ask me. Yes, Sarika.
Good evening, sir.
Good
So
evening.
my question is like, I have seen most of the students, they take Vedic maths, tuitions and all coachings in summer vacations and all. But what happens afterwards when they come back to school? All the concepts, like these are the concepts where they have to be in touch. But once they join the school after vacations or after holidays, everything is wiped out. So what we as a parent or we as a parent, what can we do?
Are you comparing it with any particular topic, any particular other concept, or it is
Like-
general mathematics and Vedic maths?
So fast calculations, the way student
Okay.
learns fast
Now,
calculation, addition,
I'll
multiplication.
give you the reason. The reason
Sure,
behind it is, till now, it is not implemented in the schools. Now, mothers have one simple question. Sir, even if they learn, what will happen? Because the school will be giving marks on the basis of steps. But I think I nailed that point. This is a major issue because parents ultimately need marks. Everybody needs marks because if you're not getting good marks, your knowledge, how you are going to test the knowledge? Got my point? But my answer to them is, why do you send your students, your wards, to quota or some entrance trainings for entrance examination, and at that time you are avoiding regular schools? I'll give you an example. My son, 6 years back, he was a topper. He cracked this Vellum's entrance examination. He stood first in 4th standard. Roll number was 1. Now, for that, yes, I know he was not regular in his school, because that has to be done. Until you leave something, you cannot gain any other thing. Correct? So when we know, and second thing, is school marks only the criteria? Knowledge, it is also. How much time we are giving? Vedic maths, very first thing, we have to clear one thing very much clear. It's not tricks. It is a concept. Apart from that, the same question can be solved by 5-6 methods. Now, there also people have problem. They say, sir, then students will get confused. Today also I was dealing with some parent, and I asked a simple question. Why do you have that fear that my child will not be able to remember? If that would have been the fact, how would he remember 40 movies frame by frame? How is it possible he remembers 50 songs lyrics by lyrics? See, early childhood years, a student can accept anything. It is with age, yes, you lose something. A very simple example I'll quote. Sarika, how many phone numbers do you remember?
Mine and my husband's. That's it, sir.
Okay. Yes, Sushil, how many phone numbers do you remember?
All family member about nearby Jobia 6-7, sir.
6-7. Maninda, Geeta,
Sir, 2,
3,
One.
4,
2,
3 to 4.
अच्छा 10 साल पीछे चले जाएं, जब मोबाइल नहीं था तब कितने याद थे?
All.
हाँ?
many.
Many.
Hundreds. Actually, so क्या आपका ब्रेन सबका खत्म हो गया?
No, because
How it depends.
we feel that we don't need, we can easily get it.
Got the point? See, you all have programmed that everything is stored in this mobile. And if I take your mobile, even you will not remember your home number. It is the case with everyone. This is going to happen with our kids. Today, the problem is, send your child, give them 100 rupee note, ask them to buy bananas of 33 rupees. He'll not be able to define what exact change he'll get. So what kind of education we are giving? if they are not able to do mental calculation. You know, there was a question in Quora. I'll ask you also. All of you are dignified teachers. What you would like to teach to someone in just 2 minutes, and that should be a lifelong asset. I'll continue with this digit sum because it's very important, and I think you should know. Yes, what should you teach to someone in just 2 minutes or very short interval of time, and it should be a lifelong asset to that person? So what do you think? What should be the answer? Yes, anyone?
So this
Sushil?
is for anyone, so for the students.
Anyone.
Main thing is to
anything.
survive, to earn the livelihood mainly, basically, to survive in this world.
क्या सिखाओगे आप सर्वाइव के लिए 2 मिनट में?
Basically, the person should earn so that he can get the food. At least basic thing.
Okay. Yes, Sarika.
Yes, sir. Sir, whatever we do it by full heart. Give your heart and soul to it in 2 minutes.
Okay. Yes, Sushil.
So the result will be good, sir. In 2 minutes, I can teach that.
Okay, I'll tell you now.
Yes, sir.
See, a doctor will say, I'll teach artificial respiration because in case of emergency, it is must. Everybody thinks according to their profession. Na? Now, you all are teachers, so you'll think in a teaching way. But a doctor will say, no, I'll teach artificial respiration because that is the most important thing. In case of emergency, that is required. An engineer would say, I'll first teach how to draw a straight line, because if you cannot draw a straight line, you cannot build a bridge, a road, or a house. You cannot. Now, as a teacher and as a maths teacher, if I would say, though I'm not a maths teacher, you know what we need to teach everyone? That is money transaction. You said livelihood. Yes, money transaction is very important to learn. And that even that is not, we are not able to teach that also to our kids. You just check with their, you give some rupees to your son or any student and ask them to purchase. They'll be getting confused because the concept of borrow. They fail to understand how 100 rupees and 33, how this becomes 9, this becomes 10, and then, and you know, in Vedic maths, we don't have borrow system in subtraction. There is no word called borrow. It works on only one rhyme. If you remember in preschools, in play schools, how do you teach? With the help of visuals, with the help of poems, rhymes. Why? Because they remain in their minds for long. And the answer to this is all from 9 and last from 10. This is a solution to all money transactions in the world. Any currency, any transaction, this is the formula. And this we should teach to all our maids, all our servants, all our drivers, because what happens, generally you send your maid to buy something and they always do wrong calculation. And who is a sufferer? We. So if we would give 5 minutes or 4 minutes or 3 minutes to them for this concept, we'll only save our money. So such easy things are in Vedic maths. Sorry, I'll first finish that topic because that is very important today. But you can ask your questions. So this is clear. Now, if you remember, I said, in case of calculation, if this comes to negative or 0, then, so now how it can be 0 or how it can be negative? See now, let's say it is 225. So what happens? 9 minus 9, 0. So here I said ignore 9. That does not mean ignore both. You have to ignore one to find it. So 9 is, now here it is 0, here it is 9. So that means the sum is wrong. No, I told you very clear. In calculations, whenever you get 0 or negative number, add 9. So this is correct. So this way you can get in calculation 0 also and negative. Just we'll see how negative can also come. Is it clear? The second example of subtraction.
Sir,
Yes.
can we also do,
Yes.
means just I'm thinking ki if they are both 9, then if we just drop both, then also it is 0?
Here, you're talking about here.
Yes.
See, the point was ignoring 9 means to make it easy. Even if you ignore both 9s, then also 0 comes. Then also the concept remains the same. In case you get 0 or negative, add 9. So why to add 9 again? So even if it is 999, 2 9s ignored, 9 is your solution, because 9 plus 9 plus 9, 27. Then also it is 9.
Yes.
So
81 and 99.
ignoring 9 is just for simplification. Like Sushil was telling, we ignore
Yes.
this. So the basic concept behind that, he was doing everything correct, but the basic point was missing because that is not mentioned anywhere. And I always say, only this topic teach them to class 1 and 2. That's all. Let them enjoy their sums. Let them enjoy their success, because if they do everything correct, if they start scoring 100% in maths also, they'll develop interest, and that is required. Correct. Okay. The third case. See, if I'll change this to 3. So 3, 2, 3. That means now I'll have 8. Here it is 9.
Negative, sir.
Here also 98 is the answer. Correct. Now 8 minus 9 is -1. So that means add 9. 8. Here also it is 8. So in the case of calculations, if you get 0 or negative, add 9. And you know, this digit sum is the basics of numerology also. Now coming to the last, yes, Sarika.
So my question is, this adding 9 is only applicable for 0 and the negative number
Yes.
at last?
When in calculation you get 0 or negative, then only you have to add, because the definition of digit sum says it should be between 1 to 9. So they can verify their answers now easily. And very important is in case of Olympiads, in case of scholarship tests or any test, the question we asked earlier, this was the question, I think. We have written it, I think. Yes. So see now one way is solving this entire question. Another way is, what is digit sum of 352? Okay, we have left, sorry, multiplication is still left. I'll do that also. Now see, let me give you a question. Anything, 141 into 22. Let's say this. Now this is 282, 3, 1, 0, 2. Correct? Now, how to verify this?
We
Again,
multiply. We will multiply.
Yes, here it
Finally.
is 4.
6 and 4.
6 for the 24. So 24
6.
is again 6. And here also it is 6.
6.
Got it? So coming to, so this is applicable in multiplication also. 352. Now what is the digit sum? 1. Correct? 352, 8 plus 2, 10. So 1. 867. What is the digit sum? 3. 8 6 are 14. 14 and 7, 21. That means 3. So that means my digit sum of my question is 3. So answer should also be 3 only, na? So let's see. 302, 5, 5, 10, 15, 6. Cannot be possible. 305. So 8. This 9, 8 plus 4, 12. So 3 can be possible.
Correct.
Let's see. Okay, let's see. This 305, 284. 4 cannot be. 5 cannot be. So that means this is the correct one. So without solving, because I don't deny this fact that everybody can solve. But point was timing. How do we improve timing? And this is a reason when digit sum concept is not taught to us, how will we solve? This is the basics. And I remember, I know, because I have gone through all the school syllabuses and all. They are not taught. Yes, Maninder. Now, what do you think? Yes, Sushil. Is this idea, will it work?
Yes, sir, for saving the time.
Definitely.
MCQs can be entirely solved. Most of the MCQs, I would say rather 50% of the MCQs can be solved. Whichever has arithmetic calculations that can be solved with this only. Now, any questions? Now it's open for you. Any question you have, you can ask.
No query, sir. If we want to implement this, we have to prepare ourselves
See,
first.
implement. One thing is there is no option with you now. In coming year, you have to implement.
Exactly.
So there is no option because national education policy has been framed. Now you have to think about yourself. Yes, if I'm giving something extra to my students, what extra I'm getting from those students? Think in this way and think in the way, if I gain more knowledge. I'll give you an example. Just now you started with divisibility of 3. Can you tell me about divisibility of 7 or 13?
7, I
Or
know very
13.
well. In 7, we will remove the last ones place digit and we will find the twice. Then subtract the
Why
product
twice?
from the truncated number.
Sir, why twice? And what about, okay, chalo, abhi ke liye twice मान लेता हूं. What about 13, 29, 31? The point is, in mathematics, it's very clear. Our normal mathematics does not answer to divisibility of 7, 13, 29, these numbers, these prime
Yes.
numbers.
Hmm.
But it is very possible, very easy in Vedic mathematics. What you said, trunk number, we don't have to cram. If a student asks why double, you don't have the answer. Got my point? Do you have the answer? Why do you add, multiply with 2?
That is a procedure.
Why
As we are finding the digit sum,
Sir.
to find out the digit sum is also a procedure.
No. Digit sum defines it. Now my question is, why in 7 only you might, what I'll tell you, I think you are doing like this. 1, 2, 3, 7. If 7, so last digit you are multiplying with 2 and then you are adding to 123, correct?
Subtracting, sir.
Subtracting. Okay. Now, this is known as oscillators. You can add also, you can subtract also. So for that, we need to find out the positive oscillator or negative oscillator. Now, why I'm talking about oscillators? Because with that, you'll be able to find for 7, 13, 29, any number then. Not only for 7. Got my point? 7, why you are able to do? Because it might have been mentioned somewhere that multiply with 2. But the procedure is actually not present in our conventional mathematics. One more very simple question I'll ask from you. Please don't take it anything on personal. We are just discussing on mathematics, correct? And 83 minus 35 plus 24, very simple question I'm giving. If I ask you simultaneously add and subtract, or simultaneously, do you have any solution for that?
So if we just arrange this all these numbers, positive numbers first and
segregate.
negative number.
You
Yeah,
segregate this
or
and this.
yes.
Correct? That's what I said. Because mathematics has no possibility to find simultaneously. That is the reason we are slow. Now, this is just 4 numbers. If it would have been 10. Now, 3 calculations you are doing. First addition, then subtraction, and then final. So even if addition is gone wrong, then also you're wrong. If subtraction is going to wrong, you're completely wrong. In Vedic math, we have a solution for this. And that too within seconds you can do. So I'm just saying, I just make it one point. Vedic maths makes your mathematics magical. That's all. And if you want to see it, every Saturday, Sunday, I have a 2 days workshop. I teach 4 or 5 concepts. One concept of tables, one is fast multiplication, how you'll be able to memorize. Okay, Shashi, for everyone, I have a simple question for everyone. How do we write from left to right? Yes, Shashi? Yes, Geeta?
Yes, sir.
Sarika? Everyone?
In Urdu, we write from right to left.
I know. Japanese also is there, but let's not discuss. Sorry.
Okay.
Let's start. Okay. And we read also from left to right, correct?
Yes.
Now, wherever you are putting, wherever you are sitting, just see in front of you. There might be a cupboard, there might be anything placed. The first instant you will be able to see things placed on left hand side and then on the right hand side. This is how our eyes work in coordination with the brain. Correct?
Yes.
So when everything we do from left to right, why maths calculations right to left? And this is the reason why your mental mathematics is slow. You know, when you are cycling or when you are rowing a boat, if you're going in opposite direction to the wind, it will slow down. And if wind is from behind, it would be fast. So if you are now what happens is, I'll give you one example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into 11. Now I'm reading like this and I'm calculating like this. So my speed will be opposite, be slow. And otherwise I'll say 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 5. Finish. So these are the basic points which we need to understand, yes, modern math. We need to believe that we gave maths to the world. We gave 0. We gave so many things. And Vedic maths has been proved rediscovery of India. That is going to hit it. But yes, still it will take time for being implemented in every part of the country. But it will. One day it will come. Any other question you have? Yes, Sushil, you raised hand in the please.
You want to say that during this simplification we should apply left to right, na?
Try करके देखो, आप अपने आप को ये मान जाओगे.
I am applying this, sir. Few months back I asked this to Maninder ma'am as well and to Geeta ma'am as well. If only plus minus is there, we should apply left to right.
Not in plus minus, multiplication also, division also, we can do it. See, the point is, now somebody said earlier, Sarika was saying, for summer vacations, we learn this thing and then they forget. Ma'am, how much time we are giving? See, if we are learning this mathematics for 10 years and for just 10 days, we got my point. But if we make a habit, then see, there are 2 things. Either we should avoid maths, that cannot be done now. every moment you are working with mathematics. Right from the early morning to late evening, you are doing mathematics only. You're using maths, sorry. Correct. So that is, we cannot avoid maths. The only thing is now we have to accept it as a friend and then see the magic. So 3 basic things you get with Vedic maths. One is, it is a journey of transformation from fear of mathematics to confidence. So that is required, first thing. Second is, you attain that feeling, yes, I can. So once you have that feeling, agar Sushil, aapko pata, I can do this. Can anyone stop you from that? But if you feel, no, I cannot do, nobody can push you also. That is the thing. So Vedic maths gives you that feeling, yes, I can. And third thing, ability to think. The same thing when it can be done by a number of ways. Then it comes to the point, yes, things can be done. Correct. So that gives you a brilliant ability. But yes, it's not. Now, what happened, since it is available on YouTube and all in tricks kind of concept, so we sometimes take it like that only. And that hinders our progress as well as our knowledge. So we need to go deep into this. Then it's a beautiful subject. Right? Any other questions you have?
Sir, what is your workshop timing for Sunday and Saturday?
Saturday, Shami, it's 2 to 4, but exactly it will go from 2 to 5. So you take my number.
For both the days, so both the days 2 to 5?
See, officially when you'll receive the notification, that is 2 to 4 only. But I take around 100, 200 questions every day. So when you are solving those questions, because you might have one problem, Sarika might have 1 plus 1 problem, you might have 1 plus 3. So we need to solve every problem. Correct. So that's why it takes time. I've shared my number. So if you want, I would share you that workshop registration also. Not an issue. Anything else?
So one more thing, sir. What is the extent up to which we can apply in mathematics for the calculation or for
Okay.
algebra?
I got your point. See, Vedic mathematics can be applied to every part of mathematics. But now what happens? Anyone from physics here? No. Yes, Sarika? Physics.
Till graduation physics, sir.
Physics में क्या है? अच्छा, pi की value क्या होती है? What is the value of pi?
22
by 7.
3.14 in
Okay,
decimal.
22 by 7 तो है ही है, उसके बाद 3 by
22 by 7.
22 by 7. So 3.124857. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Now, the point is, number of times you will have to multiply this pi, even in finding area of the area of the circle and everything. So maths as well as physics. So what do? Every time you keep on dividing by 7, and division means making that tree. Dividing by 7 always gives the same result. Do you know this thing? I was not sure. I did my engineering in 97. Now I think if I would have known this fact earlier, I would have saved 15 minutes in M1, M2, as well as that physics exam. I'll tell you. That means anything divided by 7, it is always these 6 digits. So if it is 1 by 7, it is this. If it is 2 by 7, then it starts from 285741. Only this number. Now this is called as Kevalam Saptam Gunyat, a concept of Vedic maths. Very simple thing. So such easy things are there. Yes. Any other question? I think. Right. So keep on learning, keep on encouraging, motivating your students, and good night. Right. So this Ask Me Now is every Tuesday as well as Thursday. So if you want to join again and discuss on some other issues, some other topics, Thursday would be there, right? So every Thursday and Tuesday we have this, right? So
Okay,
good
sir.
night,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
bye-bye.
Thank you very much, sir. Good night, sir.